Welcome to the Div 1 tier list, guys. Okay, yeah, now you can talk.
Oh, you
Do I have
wanted
an intro to be done? Yeah.
your too?
Yeah, Thinesh, just repeat what you've said.
Okay. What the fuck happened with the TOG main team in the tournament? Like, it was quite a disappointment, honestly. Like,
And
watching
this
the...
is also gonna be a topic in our tier list. The
Oh,
Rough
God.
Party Open. Okay.
The mid laner was a substitute, right? I hope so.
Yeah. Finnick was a
Okay.
substitute. I mean, it's
Okay.
special mid lane, right? You see all the lineups here. I don't know if you are informed at all, but you see all the lineups here,
A little
basically.
bit. I know a few of them.
Okay, basically, what we are gonna do is if we don't know anything about anybody, like if nobody knows something about a guy, then we are gonna look him up. Okay? First of all on LoL Pros, and then we are gonna look him up on YouTube, like his best plays, etc. Right?
Mm.
Okay. And we're gonna start with TRS. I think they are the most people that we don't know, right? What about?
Actually,
Does somebody know
actually.
Juvis? Does somebody know Juvis?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Tell us more
So,
about it.
okay, from what I know, I've seen him a little bit in tryouts. Like, I think I played with him once or twice, but I'm not sure. But I think he was just he was either playing third if he wasn't playing last split. He wasn't in second, I don't think. I mean, it kind of just looks like standard top laner. He just plays a lot of Gnar. Like I think with like almost no history that I can think of. I don't think should be expected to be top tier, but
Ah, by the way, the people that are helping us in this, that are helping me in this tier list, are Thinesh, my mid laner of TUG Rising.
Hey there.
It's a random challenger, close to challenger, Kindred one trick.
Oh, God, a flipper.
It's no, he's not the flipper. He's a really good player actually.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
we have a random mid laner,
true.
Seam. He was playing in IV last split, so he should know about at least TRS because I mean,
Yeah, I'm already making a fool of myself because Jovis played for my revenge in second div last split. That's what I remember him from. I think I was in tryouts with him as well, but he played in the other group.
Mhm.
I was in group 2, he was in group 1. I think my revenge did decently, if I remember correctly.
By the way, I'm gonna post on Twitter. Doing tier list now. Div 1 Primeleague. Twitch. Sorry guys, need to post it.
So basically he hopped from div 2
To
div
Div 1.
1.
Yeah.
Let me see, where are they?
But they are like they are supposed to be not that great, TRS. I think also that they don't have that much budget, to be honest. I have some info, but I won't reveal it. So yeah, I don't think they have that much budget.
Yeah,
What
I mean,
what do you
looks
think?
like
Where
a
would you
budget
sort them?
signing.
Where would you sort them? Would you say C tier?
I would. Yeah, I think I would say C tier because you can't really. Maybe like compared to others, he might go up, but like base value, I would think C.
Like higher C or lower C?
Higher C. He's pretty decent, but
Okay.
not.
think it
I
will
don't expect him to be standout.
By the way, I think it will make sense to like set a baseline to the tier list. Like for
True.
example, I don't know, like D tier is like, what the fuck is he doing in Div 1? He should be bottom, I don't know what.
Okay, yeah, okay. We start with S plus tier, okay? S plus tier is literally if this guy can could carry every single game alone. If he reaches the best potential and if he reaches this normal potential, he will never end. He will be a very, very good player every single game and he is close to carrying. Okay?
Mhm.
S tier is he can carry games alone. He is maybe inting 1 or 2 games in the split. But the rest of the games are good. He usually wins his lane. He usually outperforms his enemy. He's just good. Okay. A tier is solid, not outstanding, not carrying, maybe 1 or 2 carry performances, might in 3 or 4 games in the split. And B tier is, yeah, who was this guy again? Like basically, okay, no outstanding performances. Some ins, like 5-6 games, and C tier is okay. He's gonna int like 8-9 games, lose lane most of the times, but still he's not completely inting the split. And D tier is just okay, yeah, get this guy out of the way, he will int the split.
Okay. So basically, just from my understanding, like S plus tier is he doesn't really belong there. Like he's way better. Like S tier is like he's on the top of the Div 1.
Yes.
A tier is like pretty good, pretty solid. Like he's among the better ones. B tier is like
Yes.
just a filler. Like you have to fill your team up somehow.
Yes.
C tier is he doesn't belong in Div 1, and D tier is like what the fuck, get him out of Primeleague.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I see.
Does everybody agree?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. Where would you sort Juvis then?
Probably upper C, lower B, personally. I'm trying to find some info on like last split, My Revenge, because I think they got third, but Prime site is completely fucked up and is showing Veyor instead of them. But Veyor was in my group,
they
so-
were actually My Revenge were in playoffs to
right, because No Need Orga.
because No Need Orga did give
yeah.
up their spot in playoffs because they played Twitch rivals.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be able to make the last match.
Yes.
Yes, and I think My Revenge got. Didn't they get knocked out pretty fast?
Yes, they played one game.
Yeah, I played more games, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, but you were also
Right.
first seeded, right? They were second seeded.
Yeah. Ah, right. Yeah, it's showing that it sparks, but that would have been My Revenge then, and
Yes.
that was a 2-1, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would still sort him in C tier because I don't think the teams that played in the relegation are very representing for Div 1. But on the other side,
Yeah.
I think he was a good player, like a solid player, right? For My Revenge.
For Div 2, he was like
Very
top
good.
4, top
Yeah.
laners probably.
Yeah.
But for Div 1, I would expect middle of the pack at best, probably a bit lower.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. You know what I will do? I will actually do following thing. I will always type their team name next to it, and I will do this for you guys. Okay. Next one is Testo. I think Testo is the flip.
I would say so, even just going by his in-game name, but he's like a really aggressive player, right?
Yes, he
From what
just
I remember.
flips everything, and he also doesn't play any tanks. So I think for me this guy belongs in C tier because in the end, the top laners that we see, right, like Sky, Flamer, Nova Chrono, Elazon, not Elazon, Fongo de Dozo, Fongo Ledozo, and Valkman, they won't lose to such a guy, in my opinion. And then they are just more useful to their team, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Like, I think he was in first of last split as well, right?
Yes.
He was already on my Insanity. I think he was a bit flipped, just yeah. I think it's like he has a if he flips the right side of the coin, he might beat one of the top laners. But I would say else it's like B tier for me.
I would say
think
lower
he-
B tier, right?
Lower B tier, like because it's flip. Because I think
Yeah.
like if the flip lands, then he would be better than a guy like Jarvis. But if it lands on the wrong side, he's probably
tier.
not useful at all.
Yeah, okay.
He was-
Thinesh?
He was a substitute from FC Schalke, by the way. Didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, like
Was he not playing last split?
2018, 2018, 2019, I think.
Yeah, but that's like way long ago, right?
Yeah, but still, I mean, he played it up.
Yeah,
but-
in 2017, I
played.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's long ago. I don't think he's still
Yeah.
that good, to be honest.
I mean, at the end, he was just a substitute, but
I mean, I just know that when I meet him in solo queue, I know it's gonna be a banger. But yeah, from what I think, because he's flip, I would say lower B.
Okay.
mm,
Okay. Tamos. I think Tamos is pretty good, to be honest. I think Tamos is at least lower A tier to higher B tier. Do you know something
was-
about him?
he was on Granite for a while, right?
Yes.
In NLC.
Yes.
I mean, he performed pretty high level. Like Granite was doing pretty well, I think.
Granted
I don't
was
know
in
how well.
playoffs.
Yeah.
And playoffs of NLC is, in my opinion, NLC is like the third best league at least. If not the second best league under LFL. So I think it's pretty like impressive to get into playoffs there, right?
Yeah. He looks like a bit of a weak side top, but pretty good.
I mean, the thing is also like, I mean, I've followed the games of Granite. I don't remember the name of Thomas, but I followed the games of Granite in general. I followed NLC, and I think that Granite was rather playing around Sahira, right, in mid lane,
Yeah.
around the other lanes. So I wouldn't say he was outstanding or something, but I think he definitely belongs to Div 1. You know what I mean? He definitely belongs to higher level of Div 1, right?
Yeah, definitely then.
I mean, he
Yeah,
also has quite a lot of experience as far as I know, right? Like I think I've seen him like in a lot of different teams.
We can check. I will check.
Yeah, I think
I might be wrong.
I think
but I
the
know he's
most
been
relevant
somewhere.
team would have been Game Ward, but Niriki is like Finnish, right? Finnish, like in 2019, that was still the entire Tilia thing together, I think.
Yes.
So it's not the highest. I think Granite is pretty much the highest he's played.
Yes, I think so too, actually. But let's see if my LoL Pros would be working. My LoL Pros is in fact not working at the moment.
What are you trying to find about him?
I think you're riding with the C. No, no, mind. It's my. I think. What is it?
Nah,
I think this is
my
all
browser's just not working at the
LFL
moment.
Div 2 and
LoL Pros is just LoL Pros is done at the moment, by the way.
oh, mine is working.
It's working for me.
Oh really?
Yeah, mine's also working
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, yeah, then you should then tell me where he was, please.
Well, like what rank?
Yeah,
Nah,
they
in
were.
which
He
league?
was in LFL Div 2 with Tony Parker, Adequat,
That's also
Lunari
really
Academy.
impressive.
Oh, Bruce things.
I think Game Ward was also LFL 2 back in 2019. That's it's a stretch because I don't remember correctly, but I think they were Div 2 back then too. See, 2019.
It's
It's
got
not
loads of
even
teams,
on.
actually.
It's not even on Gamepedia, but I
Yeah,
think
but I
that
think
was
the
second
biggest
Div back then.
was Granite Gaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
so like last split was his highest, like on in NLC. But like if you're sustainable in NLC, then you're at least lower A tier for me.
I agree. Yeah, I also think he's lower A tier. But I don't know how high in A tier. I would just wait until we see the other top laners and the other players also of the other roles, right? Because there might be just roles that are filled with S tier players and top lane. I don't think top lane is the best role in general, but I think the players are fine and like I think Div 1 is pretty stacked in general, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, my opinion at the moment with the league meta, you need a good jungler and ADC, maybe support, and that's about it. The rest doesn't really matter that much. Like if top lane goes 0-4, it's a bit inconvenient, but it's still pretty winnable.
Yes, I agree. What about Fongo de Longo? Tato, I mean Tato first. I think Tato belongs in higher A tier. Does that make sense?
You think?
I mean, it's pretty close to Tamos. I think. I think
he's
Tamos
like
and
a
Tim.
really hard, like he's like a really low resource player, right? Tato.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think he's very close to Tamos actually. I mean, it's either one up or one down from Tamos. Is he better than Tamos or is he worse than Tamos? What would you say?
It's hard. I haven't played with either of them or like against either of them. So
Oh, he's elevating top.
Insecure.
Wait, but that guy.
Yeah, elevating top is Tamos. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's very good in solo queue, honestly. Like when I see him in solo queue, he's just smashing everyone.
I think I've played him like 3 times in Seleki, Tamos. But I didn't realize it was him.
How good was he?
I mean, he seems pretty good. Like, he plays like loads of different champions as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like sticking to one thing.
Yeah, I definitely think Tato's below him. Because, I mean, not far below him because Tato's always solid, right? So he would be B tier or A tier. But I think Tamos can have his int performances, while Tato doesn't really have any int performances. At least so far, right? and in the league. I mean, I've watched a lot of games. You didn't probably that many, but
I mean, it looks like he's usually on weak side, but doing quite well.
Yeah.
Like if you're, I'm a bit of a stat whore, but like if you look at his stats on weak side, they're pretty damn good. Like looks really solid.
I agree. Would you say he's above Thomas? Anybody other's opinions?
I would say
Thinesh?
he's below Tamos.
Thinesh?
I would also say, honestly.
Okay, I agree. Does anybody know Fongo de Longo?
Fongo
Never heard of
Ledozo.
him.
Is
It sounds like Zongo, but it shouldn't be Zongo.
Is it
because that would be-
Temptation?
Uh,
Because maybe it's Temptation and he just renamed. Because Temptation should still be in Govana, right?
wait, Goana is I think is Temptation, yeah. Well, I can check with their coach. Wait, your top laner is Temptation. right?
Okay, we just start with Elazon then. Does somebody know Elazon? Because I don't know him actually at all.
What's his name? Elazon?
He's Australian Force Elazon. He's that Dio1 Hardstack.
Oh, yeah, it is Temptation.
Honestly, like,
Fongo Ledozo is Temptation.
Okay, yeah,
like,
but
fun story. Like, I've watched his performance right now on the cup, and you remember Zilux, probably, right?
oh god, and
Zilux smashed him in lane. And I think that has, yeah.
I'm sorry, Zilax, but
Like, Zilux is decent, but, like, he's in Div 3, like, honestly. Like,
and
the
he's not
academy
even
team
the
wasn't-
best top laner of Div 3 or something, right? He's not really
No,
outstanding
no.
for Div 3.
Yeah.
And
it's like,
Elazon
okay.
lost.
Well, actually, the academy team, like Austin Force, they also wanted me in the academy team, and I declined and came to TOG. And their academy team smashed the main team in the tournament right now.
Oh
Like,
lol.
pretty hard. So it was really bad to watch, honestly. Like, everyone ran down, and the Elazon was really far behind Silux.
Wait,
like-
Elazon played in an Argentinian team last split, as in Latin America. Probably online then, but and then he played before that he played Circuito Tormenta, which is, I think, supposed to be like the whole second, third div Spain kind of. Doesn't look like he really excelled there, so I would put him like somewhere near lower C tier probably.
But his performance
Like-
was shit in that. Like, if he lost to
Yeah, maybe
Zilax.
even D tier.
Like,
it's
like-
like
I've
I'm
seen
trying to be
Zilax,
nice,
right?
you know.
No,
Like,
I
I'm trying to be
have
nice,
to.
but-
I have to. I'm sorry, I
Yo.
have
You
to.
have to put him in D tier.
Yo,
Ah,
Fabi.
okay.
Yes.
Like, the Austin Force team is basically like the players who we declined at TOG, like the jungler is Panda. The guy which you said has questionable pathing. and
Yeah,
clearing.
true. He was finished with his full clear with Udyr at 327.
Like,
Oh,
and
And
that
I was
team,
like, no, I can't take him for Div 3. No, I can't. If I want to promote, I can't take this guy. And
Yikes.
he's in Div 1 now, or what? Is it him?
No,
No,
he's
it's-
in Aston Force ICE, like the academy
Ah,
team.
okay,
which
the
was in
academy
Div
team.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
But
Temptation.
even he smurfed against them. That's what I wanna
Temptation. Higher than Tamas or lower than Tato? Or between them?
ooh, that's a tough one.
But I think Temptation is better than Tato.
I think Temptation is pretty good. I would say I would put Tamos one up, and I would put Temptation in between probably.
Yeah, same. Anybody else?
I mean, he looks pretty consistent, honestly.
Yeah. I think he's just the better Tato, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he played for Black Lion last split.
Who do you mean?
Temptation.
No, he played
No,
for
in spring he was in
Kovana.
Kovana already.
Yeah.
What?
I think
He played
was
in Kovana.
In January to May,
winter
yeah.
split he might
Yeah.
have been. But
January.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Kovana for like a year already. Like he's Kovana guy.
Okay.
They
face of the
usually,
franchise.
I mean, they usually stick to their roster a long time, and they have a good roster to be honest. Like,
I mean, if it works, like, it should stick together.
I mean, they were one
Honestly.
win away from place 2, and then they
Yeah,
got to
exactly.
place 6 by one loss, by the way. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Okay, Nova Chrono. TTW Nova Chrono.
I don't know, man.
I think he's the lowest of the three good ones. And I mean, Flamer, Velkman, and Nova Chrono are for me the top tier of, like, actually, no. I would say Tamos should be higher. I mean, I think that in general, the top lane tier list should be lower. But we can like do that later. We just have to see strength of the players, right?
I mean, I haven't seen Nova Chrono play like the last split or two, but I know from before how he always used to play, and I was like, wow, this guy's like the biggest fucking coin flipper out there. But
I mean, I think
I
Nova.
think he got more consistent, no?
Yeah, but I still think he isn't like the top of the top, right? Do you think he's higher than? I don't think he's higher than Tamos.
If my low pros would be working, then I could abuse that. But
Honestly, I will put him
not
in,
sure.
in high B tier, like low A, high B probably.
Nova
Like if
Chrono.
inconsistent.
I mean, if they start putting him on champions that he actually excels at, then he could actually be
I
fucking
mean, look at this guy.
A towards S tier.
I
But-
don't know, I have to say, but when I hear like he's inconsistent, like inconsistency for me is like a big no-no, honestly. Like you
Yeah,
cannot
But
rely
the
on
thing
that.
is, even if he's inconsistent, when he's inconsistent, he maybe loses lane, but he never loses the game. Like he always, like if he's good, then he carries the game, and if he's bad, then he maybe dies once, but he still is perfectly useful for his team, in my opinion. No, like at least last
Yeah,
split.
I mean, I think it comes down more to like if you put him on weak side with a tank champ, I wouldn't expect him to do that much because I think he's more of a carry player. But as a carry player, I think he's really good.
I mean, the thing is, I've seen him in scrims, right? And I don't want to put him over rule. But the thing is, I have to, because he is, like, in historically and in general, he's just better, right? I mean,
I would say- I would
I've
say,
seen him a long while ago, but, like, I think, like, a really, really long time ago. But I think, like, I seriously think he's better than the rest, right, so far.
Yeah, he probably should be.
Like when I'm watching his previous experience, I think it makes sense, and I on and off that, like he's played in quite some good teams, honestly.
I mean, I would say if you're for example comparing Tamos and Nova Chrono, I think Nova Chrono on a carry is gonna have way more impact than Tamos is ever gonna have.
Yeah.
I think he should be above him then.
Yeah.
But I
Because
don't think he's
I
much
think
above
from what
him.
I've heard, I think from what I've heard, the inconsistency has gotten a lot less. That's why I think a lot of people are like considering him top of the pack right now. So
And honestly, even to the this meta moment at the moment, like you can get away on top lane like with inconsistency, like a little bit. If you don't run it down literally, like I think you can get away with a few deaths on top. So
Yeah,
it's probably
sure.
better in this meta at the moment on top lane.
I just hope he goes back to Fiora, but it's not looking like it.
But how much higher than Thomas?
I wouldn't put him in S tier. I would put him upper A tier.
So here or here?
Well, I know who's still coming, and I would put him top of A tier because I would say I would personally think he's a bit better than Sky, who's still coming up. So
I mean, I think Sky is below Tato.
you think? I mean, maybe I have my
It's very
glasses
close.
on, but
Like, all of those are very close. I mean, he has been to EU Masters, right? And he has won a game at EU Masters. Well, not against the best team, but he has won a game at EU Masters, right?
a group stage you're playing, that's a big difference.
True, he has played at play-ins, sorry. My bad.
Yeah, play-ins are interesting.
And
Well,
they
not that I'm allowed to talk because I haven't even been to play-ins, but
And he was second place of Portuguese League.
ah, right, he was on for the
For
win.
the win,
I think
yes.
I scrimped them a couple times.
Yeah, how was it?
Ah, I mean, it was quite weird, honestly. I was like I think when we were scrimming him, he was pretty high elo, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And then it was like, okay, watch out for top lane, but then not that much ended up really going down, I think.
He's very consistent player, I think. Like,
He
if
is
I
very
watched
consistent, but then from what I remember, I don't in games I played against him, I haven't really seen him like really pop off or
Yes,
anything.
same. And I think, like, he's always fine, but he never pops off, and he isn't inting that quite often. But he might int, right? Like I've seen him in the For the Win esports finals, right? That's the games I'm basing this off, right? And he has been doing cheater resets. He has been doing great wave management, but he has been never losing a lane, to be honest. Also in the finals, right? But it's
Right.
Portuguese league, and he was always on a carry champion, and the only thing he did was maybe DP somewhere.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
would
fair.
do this thing, to be honest. Like I would do Tato one down and Sky over Tato. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
they're like quite similar in terms of how you would rate them, right? Like they're both
Yeah.
not very much stand out, but pretty consistent. But yeah, I would put Sky a bit above Tato. Yeah.
What do you think, Thinesh?
Hard to say, but probably in B tier, but I don't know. Yeah, I think make him one up, honestly. Like I think like at the Chrome Met, yeah, I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. It's super hard.
It's hard to call because they're all kind of similar in a way, and it's like
Yeah.
I haven't played with them for a while, but I do remember. I think I remember like playing against Sky was he's just really consistent. Like if your top laner is flipping it too much, playing waves bad, then he'll punish and he'll go like 10 CS per minute against 7. But I wouldn't expect him to like pull solo kills or
I
anything.
mean,
He's just
like
like
that's probably basically what you want of your top laner, like
yeah, kinda.
consistency and not in the lane and don't coin flip, like just be consistent. But it's like when you're A tier, in my opinion, like you have to some things outstanding, like
Yeah.
which well, he's like he's there, does his job, but that's about it. And that sounds like B tier, like a good B tier. Someone you put
Yeah.
in your team when you need a top laner and you have carries already and stuff like that. So it's a filler.
By the way,
Good stuff.
to the chat, I'm recording and I'm uploading it to YouTube. I'm not uploading it to Twitch. But okay. Flamer and Wagman. I mean, I think one is here, one is here.
I mean, I am on the Flamer hype train, to be honest. I am kind of on the Flamer hype train. I think he's pretty fucking good. But yeah. Who's Valkman? Is he renamed or do I just not know him?
Valky, it's Valky.
Oh, it's like Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, I can just type him correctly, right? Valky.
I personally think Flamer is S tier. And I also think like he's above Valkyrie.
So,
For me.
this and this?
I don't know if I would put like Valkyrie above or below Nova Chrono.
So, we put Nova Chrono in high, we put everything one down, and Nova Chrono 2 above Rule, above Tamas.
No, I think personally, I would I say Nova Chrono is better than Valkyrie? I don't know. I think Valkyrie has higher highs, but the base level I think Nova Chrono is better. I would maybe just put Valkyrie like between Nova Chrono and Tamos and put Flamer in Esther.
Any other opinions?
I'm fine with that, honestly.
Because I don't want to put Flamer up that far, because in my
I
opinion,
think he's S plus, but
I think there's two players that I would put in S plus, and yeah, one of them.
Well, I will not say S plus, but definitely an S. Like
yeah, definitely S.
I mean, I have two players in mind that I would pick higher than Flamer, and either highest S tier or S plus tier. But yeah,
like
that's
when you you put people below him in other roles, like it doesn't mean that they're worse than him, in my opinion at least. Like it just shows how he is compared to the other players in that role.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
for
would
example-
say like you could be an S tier top laner, but you might be
Yeah,
if you start trying to compare it with like skill level and for a jungler or something, you might be S plus. But like for top lane, I would say it's just S tier.
Okay. So we don't compare this level to the level of jungle.
Not
would
too much, I would
not.
say.
I would. I mean.
it would be super hard then, in my opinion.
I mean, we have to compare it a bit because the conditions for every lane is the same, right? Like you know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
don't
kind
know.
of.
I mean, honestly, like for me, like you get away top lane with flipping a little bit more than with jungle, for example, which can ruin like every single lane. Speaking out of experience. So like when a jungler flips in jungle, I will put him lower than on top lane, for example, who does the same thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree.
But they are basically like on the same level, but top lane
Yeah.
is not hurting that much. Like it's super hard to compare them then.
It's a bit hard also because like I would say if you think back to when Flamer was on Penta, I would say he was pro div easily. Like, but now last split, I would say I don't think he stood out as much as he did back then.
I agree.
And he wasn't a bit. He was, or like the team, he was almost just a bit
Flippy.
weaker, perhaps.
I feel like they were
Yeah, but
flipping.
like yeah, Flame like the Flame roster is not. I would say not even close to that Penta roster.
I think the Flame roster, I would say individually, yes. But I feel like they didn't have great coaching, and I feel like they didn't have great team synergy.
Yeah. I mean,
One
like
of
he
those
might.
two, like you can't say what
It's
it
like
is, right?
I would say Flamer. He's like the best top laner. He might just completely stomp everyone and go pro div next split. But then it might also just be he's the best top laner, but like
Not enough.
he's not that insane that you would put him in S plus.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit unknown.
Yeah. By the way, purple. I mean, everybody puts him there. I put him there as well. He's D2 Hardstack. He's a. I mean, he got the spot kinda. I don't know how he got the spot, honestly. Like, he's by far the worst player of Div 1 in my opinion. What do you think?
Which role does he play?
Jungle.
I don't think I know. I know the guy, but like where was he before? Koana Academy.
Yeah, and he didn't perform in Kavana Academy in Div 3.
Like, honestly, how can you at the moment, with the impact of jungle and playing
BD2?
Div 1,
No idea.
BD2, yeah. Like,
I mean, there was a Twitter clip about him. Wait.
what?
Purple.
Oh,
Wait.
I think I remember because I think I played against Koana Academy some time ago.
Wait. There was a Twitter clip about him. My boss sent it to me, but it was actually just him running it down in a game with Udio. He literally,
nice.
Honestly, in my opinion, like solo queue is like honestly like whatever for pro play, but if you're playing Div 1, everything below Mass is just a troll player to pick up in your
I
roles in
think,
Div 1,
I
like,
mean,
honestly.
D1 is fine, but like the rest is.
Like if you DK, yeah, but I mean, look at me. Even I got mastered quite easily, and I will not consider me like a super good player in
I
Div
mean,
1, for example.
Yeah, true. Well, okay, Kiel. He was on Dusty, and in my opinion, it wasn't trash. He made it back to the NRC. He was basically permanently in the NRC. In my opinion, super good player, honestly.
Riddle Dusty. Yeah, I saw him play on MCOM because that's in the Netherlands, which is where I'm from. There he was, I think, the best player on that roster. Like the only, like he was one of the upsides they had. I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially like because he's sustainable in NLC.
And also the synergy between like him and the other players of the team should be crazy because like
especially with air.
Yes. And this jungle mid lane duo is crazy in my opinion. And I think Kiel is higher A tier for me at least. I don't know how you feel about it.
For me as well, I would say higher A tier, even leaning towards S tier.
Yeah, I'm thinking about if I would say S tier. I mean, if you played in LC and perform decently, I think you can quite smurf through Div 1 if you have a good run.
I mean, he out jungled Tanu 3 games in a row, and if I show you Tanu's account, like
they did end up in relegations.
Yes,
but Tanu is the guy he played against in relegation.
And Tanu is crazy, right? The entire Bifrost roster was 1k LP challenger, and they won against it easily. Like they completely dogstomped, and in my opinion, it was a lot on Kiel as well. I would put him. either lower
Lower
S
S tier,
tier or
probably.
A or
I would
higher.
put him on bottom S tier, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
But then we have to consider like how good is he compared to the other junglers, and maybe put Flamer one above. So
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, there are still those two
yeah, we can
junglers,
do that
right?
at the end or something.
Like those two junglers should definitely be higher. But I mean, yeah, we can talk about it later. Wait. Okay, Pochok. Does somebody know Pochok or Pochko or Poco?
Yeah, Pokok. Yeah, I know him.
How do you spell him?
Pocok. Yeah,
Ah, okay. So I misspelled.
yeah. So he was in Czech League with Inside Games last split, and then he was also in my promotion tournament because he was already. I think that was with Riverside actually that he was helping them out, if I remember correctly. Like he was either a Rule or Riverside that got him to play in the promotion tournament.
It was not Roar, and
Um,
I know that at least.
yeah, then it was Riverside probably.
Yes.
So the best junglers in that were Pokok and Hatred, and I would say
Hatred is
they were
banned
like
from.
yeah. Who's surprised? But yeah, I would say they were like comparable. I think he's pretty good, but I wouldn't. I would say for Div 1, not the most impressive. Like B tier probably for me.
I think lower B tier is definitely
Lower
because
B tier, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean I like we have Testo also in lower B tier, right? And we have Tato like in higher B tier. I think he's between them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, probably. Because I think with Inside Games he did decently, but I wouldn't call him like someone who's gonna carry your team in first div.
I agree. Yeah. Pochok. 7 army. Wait, I need to write the names of the teams as well. 7 army, guys. Talk about him. In my opinion, I'm not on the 7 army hype train.
I used to be, but that's been a while. I haven't seen him play for a while. I think the last time I really saw him play was when he was on Black Lion, which was summer 2020. And then I think I was personally hyped because I thought he was still like really good, but I think he's been dropping off a little bit.
I think his individual skill probably like dropped quite a lot with recent experience he had in other teams, but he still has a lot of knowledge and like
Yeah.
played quite a lot of good teams in my opinion. So along with the experience, I think he can boost his team knowledge and everything, like his team overall a little bit more, even though he maybe doesn't even show it. So I will put him at lower A, B around that. My opinion. I don't know. What do you guys?
I think he's like Tato or Sky. So I would
Yeah, I would see him
Yeah.
like upper B, yeah.
Yeah, probably on Sky position.
If
Okay,
Nidalee
yeah.
gets buffed though,
I mean, if Nidalee gets buffed,
they were heading up.
hopefully not the case, but 7 army. I mean, there's so many people putting him in S tier, and I wouldn't get it. I think I wouldn't
I
get
think
it.
that's based on like how
Recent
good he used
performances.
to be.
Yeah, I really hate the like oh he was so good term. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I could also say like, oh yeah, in 2019 on Gamer Legion he was like the most insane jungler there was, but it's
Yeah.
like yeah, that's 2 years ago now, and
Now he's
recent
whatever,
memory,
right?
I don't remember him really standing out because
Yeah.
I just look past Div 1 games a little bit, and if something stands out, I remember it, but I haven't remembered him.
Okay, listen, Afro Boy. I want to have the CG line, okay? I want to have all CG players at that level, and I think he actually fits there, sadly.
Sadly, he says.
Nah, but like
Oh.
I think he fits. I think he fits over 7 army, but just a little bit.
I don't think I have that much experience playing with or against him, so I couldn't really say.
He's just not outstanding, but he's always fine, right?
Yeah, but I mean, is 7 army like also quite almost fine? Like, I will put him below him, like one below him, honestly. Just
Like-
because like 7 army has a lot of experience and knows how to play, even though he's
Okay,
not fully capable of doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
True, actually. I also he's actually worse than Temptation, right? And like, yeah, I mean he's better than Pochok for sure.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you say so.
In my
Yeah,
opinion,
I
at least.
I think it sounds about right, no? Like,
Yeah, I
Corona
think
was
too.
pretty decent last split as well.
I think Kavana always does pretty well as a team because they have good team synergy, right? And that's also
Yeah,
boosting them a bit, right?
I mean, this split they do have two unleashed coaches, so you never know. Might raise all the players up, but
I mean, I think they were good, like in last bit, but I mean, it was very close, right? And now with the coaches, probably it will go really well. Like, I don't want to blame Kavana's last coach because,
oh no, definitely not. I just know that I've worked with both Yugono and Split this, and I think they're really insane. So
no, can understand. Dimitar, guys, Dimitar. I don't even know
Never
him.
heard of him. Never heard.
Dimitar.
But like honestly, after seeing the performance today, I will put every single one of Africa Freeze not really high up. Like seriously.
well, wasn't this guy on Asus?
Yeah, Asus Rogue Elite.
Okay, then I'm curious on which roster. I'm just gonna check because I think either the last roster or the roster before was really good, but I think it was the roster before.
Like honestly, getting hard jungle gapped from Panda, a Div 3 player, is like you can't do
I
that.
mean, did Panda
Oh, yeah,
flip
right.
or didn't he flip?
He didn't Nazut flip. Like
I mean, then it.
I mean, he
Then
played
he should
Rumble
be.
against Tsingtao. Like
But is he
Tsingtao
worse
was the
than?
mid tier.
But is he as good as
Nah, 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 nah.
Elazon?
No.
Nah.
Is he worse than
I mean,
Elazon or better?
I think
Uh.
Asus was pretty. Yeah, he was on the not that good Asus roster last split. Like they were
I
pretty
think he's
bad.
lowest
I would put
C
him in
tier.
C.
And
Yeah.
if you're low in EBL, yeah, I think lowest C
I
probably.
I mean, he
D is a bit too much when I see what other players are in D tier. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
but C is probably suitable.
I mean, he belongs in Div 1, but just with a lot coaching. Does it make sense?
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, he needs a lot of effort.
Yeah. I mean, I think he can make it, but depends on the effort. Okay, okay, we have Mirai. Okay. How high on S tier?
So, wait, you're really high on this guy. Why is that?
I think he carried TTW completely through last split, and I think he was he jungle gapped everyone. Like in my opinion, that should be S tier.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched him. I think I've seen him play in the MENA region, like for Fox.
Mhm.
I think I've seen him play there, but I think those games were those games that are usually very entertaining, but also very flip. So
I mean,
couldn't say much on
listen,
that. But
okay. I've seen him play last split, and he gets 10 CS per minute. He destroys the enemy jungler. The enemy jungler has 100 CS less than him, and it averaged like 50 CS less than him. Okay, I might be exaggerating, right? But like this guy is crazy in my opinion. This guy is absolutely crazy. Maybe not as good as Akrami, but those two are not giving themselves much. Like I think those two are literally the top of Div 1 right now. Like in terms of players overall.
Question is he consistent?
Yes.
Yeah, then go for S.
yeah, I trust
Yeah.
you on your word, man.
Yeah.
Like I think
Like, I haven't
I
seen him
think
play much.
the thing is he is the thing is he's destroying the enemy jungler. The lead that he's getting is not, you know, like there's still negatives in S tier, right? Otherwise they would be in S plus
Yeah.
tier. And the negative I would say is that he's not like getting his lanes also even extremely far ahead. You know what I mean?
Like it takes the resources for
He
himself.
takes a lot of
Hmm.
like yeah, he takes a lot of resources for himself while keeping his team even, right?
Hmm.
And he also doesn't completely dog stomp the entire game. Like he doesn't get the enemy laners far behind as well. He only gets the enemy jungler extremely far behind. And I think that is the difference between Mirai and Akrami. Akrami does what Mirai does in terms of jungler far behind, but Akrami also gets laners of the enemy team also behind. You know what I mean? That's why I think Akrami is even better than Mirai. But you know what I mean? So that's I think what they have against each other.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, but first of all, we have the others. Right? We have Jenksas next.
Wasn't he banned from LCL?
I think so.
Like individual play aside, like you have to do some really crazy shit to get banned from LCL. By the way, like LCL doesn't even have a behavior check, I don't think. So I don't know what the fuck happened there, but I think what I've mostly heard about him is that he's just like he's pretty young, right?
Yes, he seems to be pretty young, yeah. And he's very he's very tall as far as I know as well. He's playing basketball.
Wait.
Yeah.
From what I heard, like he was hyped up in 2020, then everyone started saying he was toxic. And then he played in all kinds of random teams, never did that well, to be honest. I think he played Ultraliga, didn't look good.
Huh?
2 games on Rocks, they got completely stomped. So I wouldn't see him like that high. I would say maybe upper B tier
He plays for Project
at
High.
best.
Interesting.
No, he just had a name, I think, like that or something.
No, I just checked it up. He played for them. Like one split in December. 220.
I mean,
What do
Hive
we
is
do?
also not the best place to be, but
Yeah, don't tell me I've played for them last split.
I saw their contract that they offered someone I know a couple, like I think 1 month or 2 ago, and I was like, well, if this doesn't scream fucking scammers, then I don't know what does.
Okay, where
Like,
do I put him, guys? Where do I put him?
Yeah, I think somewhere in B tier, but
Yeah.
I think he's lower than Poco. Yeah, I think he's just the lowest
Yeah,
B tier.
right there. Yeah, right there. Probably.
Okay, I mean, I can't really say too much about TOG players because they are TOG, right?
Course.
You know them more. Like, if I would say something, it might,
Like,
say
I
something
just
about the
hope,
team.
honestly, that they had like a bad day today. Like what I see at the Rapani
Sure.
Open was a bit disappointing, honestly.
I agree. But yeah, next player, Music. I think Music is really good. But I don't like he's solid, right? I think he's the only A tier player.
Mm.
Was he good last split?
I don't know where he was.
Let me check.
My Insanity.
I don't know. It was fine, but I've seen it in the tryouts we had, and
I think I did a tryout with him as well, but I'm not sure. Might be some other guy,
but he won
sounds
UKLC. He won UKLC.
Well, yeah, but
For this
how
How good is UKLC? They are not
LC,
really.
you know?
Yeah, but I think he even improved since then. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, I would put him in like this or this spot.
like in
Yeah.
middle A.
Yeah, I
One
think
down, yeah, there.
maybe there
Yeah.
even. I don't
Mm.
know. But he wasn't performing in my Insanity. Maybe CG level, Temptation
Yeah,
level.
probably then.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's that great, right? Like he played on he lost a lot of games with my Insanity, right? I don't know.
My Insanity went 9-9.
Yeah, I mean they lost 9 games.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is my first suggestion for S plus tier. This is one of the 2 suggestions I have for S plus tier. Akremi. Yeah, we know Pete. We know Pete. We know. We just talked about it in the start of the start. We just talked about it in the start. Does everybody hear
Like
me?
that? Yeah.
Okay.
Just like.
I'm just thinking.
Check real quick.
I don't know. Would I put him in S plus? Do you think he belongs in Pro Div?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Wow.
Maybe he had a bad game then. Like,
But
I've
like,
seen-
if you're
You mean
like, in
Akremi? When do
my
you mean?
mind, right? Like in my mind, if you're playing first of last split and you end 5th
Mhm.
with
It was one game,
arguably
right?
quite a decent. Did he only play one?
I mean,
like,
it was
arguably
no, it was
quite
one
good
game
roster,
away
though.
from first place.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was very close in the end.
Ah well, then might be better. I mean, I see fifth, and I'm like,
The thing
that's
is,
not that good. But
he had crossover and ADC. He had Simply on mid lane, and Kova lost to a Div 3 team or Div 4 team in the Rapani Open, by the way. And he's on Kova now, Simply.
oh right, it's they were like three-way tie at 3-4-5. So basically, they were
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
third then. Yeah.
He's, by the way, is he usually a flipper? Because like I saw
He's
them in the cup like few hours ago, and he went
Akemi.
0-5-0. Yeah, 0-5-0 on Kha'Zix, and did
Against who
quite some
were they
trouble.
playing?
Walker Gaming.
As 4 as multi game as 404.
Yeah,
Did they lose?
the main roster. Yeah, they got hard stumped.
What is going on?
Like, well, let me just say what they went. Like, the top laner was 161, jungler
What did they play?
050. Top lane Nocturne, Kha'Zix jungle, Zilla's mid, and Yumi as well bot lane. That's
Yeah,
like
but
questionable
that's
drafting, honestly.
that's
The draft
very
is-
questionable draft. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
trash, but
But still,
I don't
like,
know.
Walker Gaming they looked pretty good, but they're like an unknown team, and they consist of low master, mid
Wecker,
master.
it's Wecker, right? So WACKER.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried out for them and I've played against them a bit. They're pretty decent, but
Yeah,
they're
they
like
look
a they're like
But
a,
okay,
they
but-
like a top half Div 2 team. So I wouldn't say that's
How
that's
did he
very
how
impressive
did he
to get
play in
stopped
the
by them.
game, Akemi? How did Akemi
Hmm?
play in the game? Maybe he's
Like-
really good on a losing team because he can carry them, and that's why he looked so good, and that's why I'm hyped.
Well, let's say he was one of the main reasons why they got hard stumped. But the other games he looked pretty smurfing, but I mean they played against weaker teams. And Walker was the first like decently teams, honestly, like they played against Fairy Tail, but Fairy Tail is a Div 4 team which was promoted to Div 3, they're not really that good. So like they also went against Crazy Raven.
I mean,
And
then I
don't
would just
really
put
like
him
that
below Mirai, because if he really wasn't that great, and like the thing is,
That's why I'm asking. Like, maybe he just didn't take tournament as a whole. Maybe like he drank 1, 2, 3 beers and stuff like that, and they joked around. I mean, they went use Yumi as a role bot lane. Like,
yeah, with Bravado, right? Like, did they have Bravado?
yeah. Oh well, let me check real quick. They had.
Was it their main lineup? That's the question.
I'm pretty sure. Well, let me tell you. Oh, what's the top lane now? Wait, let me check. Yeah, top laner, Akrim. Yeah, it was the main lane lineup. Every one of them.
And
Well,
they
not the
lost-
support, maybe.
They lost to Vaka.
Yeah, they got
Okay,
hot stumped.
that's actually.
Nah,
ridiculous.
okay,
had, like-
okay. I'm sorry,
They
Akemi,
had 4
but
kills. They had 4 kills, and the enemy had 10, 14, 90, 20 kills. Like 20 to 4 kills, like hard stomp.
was
I mean,
it
but
on the upper
E-
bracket or the lower
if you're-
bracket?
Yeah, even if you're not taking it
Upper.
serious, you don't want to get stomped by a team that's like in a division below, you know?
Yeah.
That
Like-
just feels embarrassing.
And for a team who a lot of people say will perform pretty damn decently in Division 1, there was quite an underperformance right there.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because I would. The other guy that I would sort at S plus tier is also from that team. But yeah.
Like, I think as probably, like, you know him better. Like, I just saw that team performance there. But if they do that, like, they cannot be as plus, my opinion. Like,
He was very crazy in the first div last, but like he was the single reason why MTW was so high, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Maybe Blade because he was a very consistent top laner, but yeah, I mean, I think like the reason why they won a game was won games was because of Akrami, because he actually carried it.
Well, he did not
TTW
really
also
perform
lost to
well,
Waka, no? That's what I'm getting asked here.
well,
So
let me
what
check
we're
real quick.
learning is that Wecker is just extremely good.
Yeah, Waka performed pretty decently. I mean, they lost.
How many viewers do I actually have?
To Bifrost, so I don't know the team Bifrost, honestly.
Bifrost is sick.
Bifrost?
Yeah.
Where are they playing? I don't know them.
They
actually.
are Nordic. They have the same roster as last split, and they won Telia Masters.
Okay.
Wait, they're not
That's
supposed to have the same roster as last
They
week.
have the same roster as last split. They just made the roster announcement before 5 days.
Oh, I thought Haha went somewhere else.
Yeah, HH never likely wanted to retire, but then he said he's just playing another split
Oh, fair enough.
because he wanted to go streaming, right? But
So
probably pretty
basically,
good offer.
Walker performed pretty good in the tournament, honestly. Like they crushed Chili Mountains and Rule, but I don't know.
I mean, that's actually sad. If they crush TTW 404 and Rule, that's actually sick. But yeah, I can. Okay, mid lane, guys, mid lane.
Uh,
Here we go.
finally.
Fleeko. Ha. Ha.
Yeah. Yes.
Any other opinions?
My opinion is yes. I don't know, man. I don't think this guy's any good, personally. But
Previous teams. I mean, he was only on Riverside as the ADC before.
yeah,
He were also.
he was like playing ADC, right?
Oh no, oh no. I just opened his OBGG because I was not sure. No, please not. Like, Kiana Kassadin. Like, no.
Yeah, D tier, right?
Yeah, please.
Okay, and
Thank
now
you,
we have
no.
Wait. I have to give it to him. He's holding 200 LP as mid lane. Come on, man.
With
It's
Kiana and
something.
Kassadin, like, come on. That's disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
Wait,
okay,
what?
okay.
Okay. Air just Air did
yeah,
they
he
not playing?
inactivity probably.
Okay, Air is S tier for me, but I don't know where on S tier. Or A tier, or very high A tier, but he's definitely
I would
between.
agree with S.
Wouldn't you, or would you?
I would agree with S, but
Okay,
like,
because
bottom S maybe? Because I'm not that big of a fan of My Insanity, and I'm not sure how good they're gonna perform that split. Like,
I think they will perform very well. I think they will be top
I mean,
5.
but we should be a bit consistent in the fact that we were taking NLC as a bit of a comparison, right?
Yes.
And
He went out of NLC? Yeah.
M relegated.
Yes, but it was not because of him. Like, if you rewatch the games.
Well, I don't even know who 3 of the 4 others were that he was playing against if I look at it like this. So I mean, I think his team wasn't that good, but
Yeah, okay, like, I had him in. He was tryouting for a team that I was, coaching. And in my opinion, he was one of the best mid laners that tryouted. It was him and another one, and the other one was who we took, and he was the second. But he was like the second best, and then there was a huge gap to every other mid laner. And judging off scrims, our team looks better than any team in Div 1.
I mean, if that's the case, it sounds pretty like a pretty compelling argument, no?
Like, I think he's
I
S
think
tier.
I think he's pretty good, but I'm just like, in NLC it wasn't the best showing, but then again he wasn't on that good of a team, so
Yeah, I mean he had Bubista top lane, I believe.
yeah.
Don't think he is the best.
And they started off with Roxy, but Roxy, I think for relegations he wasn't there.
I just think Eminem in general wasn't great. I would put him
Probably not.
lowest S tier with Cheon because I think they have pretty similar level as a player.
Well, I don't know. Well, maybe Flamer still needs to go up because I also think he's better than Chilm, for example. But because for me, I was looking like, okay, do I think Air is as good as Flamer? And like, no. But then is Chilm probably also not there?
I would say this, okay?
Lowest S tier, yeah.
Because I don't think
Sure.
that Flamer is much better than Air and Cheon.
Yeah.
And I also don't think Flamer can compete against Mirai. Like, I don't know what that tournament is doing to the players, but no different team actually performed against any team, right? So, don't know if we can use it as judgment, right?
They're all just inting, so nobody gets info.
I mean, I guess we played the tournament also before our split started, right? And we won it, like, I don't know. Okay, next one, Vigil.
I have to dig deep for that one.
Yeah, same.
He hasn't played in a relevant competition for a while, right?
He has a Riot account.
Uh,
He has a Riot account. He was in Off Limits. He was in Outplayed.
Yeah, but look at how long that's ago now.
By the way,
I mean,
what was the
he
Off
took
Limits
one
was
split.
oh yeah, wait, Off Limits was late 2020, and they didn't end up qualifying for PG Nationals with 3 players that have been to EU Masters for PG Nationals.
It
Yo,
was.
Sabi,
I don't think that's good then. Yeah.
make me a favor and go on account on Vigil and open up his OPGG and tell me how fucking cringe that is. By the way, like his champion pool. Look at his first 4 champs.
I don't know why does everybody love Rule that much? Can somebody explain that to me?
I don't like. I'm not a. I was quite disappointed with Rule's performance. What I've seen, like, it was. I don't know.
Like, for me personally, when I see him playing with Robin, Ents, and Cospect in PG Nationals promotion, and they end up not qualifying, I think for me that's a really bad sign.
That's a B tier, right? Or a C tier, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, the last he's played was Open Tour France.
Open Tour France, yeah, good job.
Yeah. And so Open Tour France, there's a couple of teams that are just trying to get to LFL2, and they have like pretty sick players. He was not on one of those, so I think he's like lowest B tier or like highest C tier.
Let's just say what I've seen, like when they face against Walker. If he would have been my mid laner, I would report him as instantly, like running it down, like.
But I mean,
Alright, so it's upper C tier then.
yeah,
He,
like
he went 0-6, like.
yeah, I agree actually with this one.
Yeah.
Now we have another S tier mid laner in my opinion. Cayman.
Yeah, I've actually never played against him or anything, but I heard everyone's really hyped on him.
There's not many people hyped on him. I think I am like everybody puts him like into B tier or C tier.
Really? Oh, I thought people were like rating him pretty well.
But the thing is, SGE was 4th place, tied with MTW and with another team on and Flane on 3rd place. And listen to me, okay? Misclick and Heimdall are not the reason why they were on the 4th place, in my opinion. So it has to be Cayman, in my opinion, and it also looked like that.
What is this champion pool in first div? What the? He played 3 Wukong games.
Yeah, but he stomped on each and every one of them, no?
Yeah, it looks like it, but
I mean, Wukong actually is a pretty solid mid lane at the moment, like, honestly.
but why is Tiger not challenging? Yeah. I mean, he looks pretty good.
I mean, or highest A tier. I don't know if he can match air.
I mean, for me, the thing I look at stats quite a bit, and I see that like on most of his champs, he averages like 7 CS per minute, which for a mid laner I think is really low.
Probably depends on what
OP.GG?
you play, but yeah.
Well, but it's like on Orianna, Lucian, Victor, Xerath, like those champs I would expect.
Yeah.
On OP.GG,
Yeah.
you mean?
No, I'm looking at
At
Spring
the-
Split, Primeleague.
Yeah, but you know, Primeleague is also. If they see
mean,
a fight, they take it. You know what I mean?
Could
Like,
be a bit of a fiesta, of course.
yeah.
But then I'm thinking, like, if you were to put him in S tier, that means that he's like.
The thing is,
should be
not S.
beating everyone. Like,
You know,
right? Like pretty hard.
but the thing is, he has to be higher than B tier 100%, right? Because he
Yeah,
has
yeah,
to.
Yeah, of course.
As, like,
I'm
someone-
thinking A tier.
Like someone
Yeah,
has
same.
to win SGE games, and it's not Tato, and it's not 7 Army, and it's not their bot lane. In my opinion.
The question is, what do you think? How good will SG perform?
I think they will get
This one,
5th
but-
place. That's like my opinion. But I mean,
Yeah,
we
but
will come
like,
to that later, right?
Yeah, but like 5th place is not S tier worthy if he's that good. Like, put him in A tier.
I think from what I'm looking at, I would say like middle A tier, maybe
Yeah.
lower A tier.
I will put him here. Yeah, honestly, in my opinion.
Okay,
No.
because I will put him here as well.
Yeah, maybe someone overtakes him and he has to go
I
one
mean-
down, but I think this is about right.
I mean, I would put him here, and somebody would put him here of us. So I would like in the middle.
Yeah.
I think it's. I mean, if he
By the way,
would,
you forgot the team name.
yeah, if Stumpy would be here, I think he would be in S tier because Stumpy loves this player. He's performing very good in solo queue as well. Like always, when you see him, he's stomping everyone. But obviously, that's not how we judge. So yeah. Alka. Wait, TUG
Yeah.
played against. When did TUG play against Eintracht? In the lower tier bracket?
Huh?
Who won? TUG played against Eintracht. When did they play against Eintracht?
Oh, yeah, let me check real quick. In the tournament?
Yes.
Must be in a loser bracket. Hold
Yeah.
on.
But against who
check.
did Eintracht lose?
Let me see, let me see. Team Orange played against a random Italian team. They won against Eintracht and they lost against Austrian Force? No, wait. Never mind. Eintracht, TOG won against Eintracht. TOG won, of course, against Austrian Force. And they lost against Kovana. Kovana won against Rule. So,
Okay.
so Kovana apparently like did pretty well against TOG main team and Rule, seems.
I mean, last I've seen of Alka was not very good, but it wasn't on Koala. That was before that. Because I actually, in what was it in 2019, I subbed for him on Black Lion, so I had him on the org. And for Koana's sake, I hope he changed since then, but I think he has.
Like I'm just
TUG
looking
didn't
against
play. TUG didn't play against Kovana.
Oh, they
TUG.
didn't turn up?
No. TUG just went out because they had no time left to play.
But I'm looking like the game from against Rule, and I have to give it like he played Oriana against Jace and Rumble in the jungle, and he went 4-1-4 and had a 9.2 CS per minute, and I think that's pretty damn impressive against the Jace with a Rumble in jungle, honestly.
But
like,
I mean, the Jace Ori lane is not hard for Ori.
Judging of the last
Well,
split,
there's a Rumble.
Judging of the last split, it didn't do that much, right? I would put him here.
IMO, he's like, I would say he's the guy you put on a control mate and expect to do fine, no?
Yeah.
But it's like, I would say he's more there to help, like to play for the other players than to really be the carry, I would say. I don't know.
High B, low A. What do you think?
High B, because there's
probably high B.
High
Yeah.
B probably for me.
Yeah, high B. Yeah, there around that. Maybe one below even, honestly.
Okay, Nox.
So Nox was my adversary in second div last split. So
yeah,
I think personally he was about. If I don't take myself in comparison, I would think he would be the best mid laner in Div 2 last split.
But I think he entered lane so much. He never reset.
Yeah, but then if you put him in Div 1, I think he would be.
He doesn't have the champion
struggling
pool.
a lot more. Exactly. Like I think they won quite a bit of games with like full AP Seraphine and Katarina and stuff, and it's like, what do you do?
That's the only game, mostly.
Like, he was pretty good, but then it was usually on like a couple champs. Like he's a pretty good Syndra, but the champion is kind of useless now.
But the thing is, like,
put him above Vigil though.
When you put him, when you put him into Div 2, you expect him to stomp Div 2, right? When you put him into Div 1, you expect him to, crumble, in my opinion. He's kind of like Kutamo. Yeah. I'm sorry, Kutamo, if you watch.
Oh no, Kutamo's screaming. He's not watching.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Kutamo.
No, I think he would be lowest B tier for me. I think he's right above Vigil. Like I think he would be better, but just because I think Vigil will have more like ints perhaps, but I do think like he's not much higher.
Did you ever scrim against him, Thinesh?
No, actually not.
Okay.
But like I'm not really a fan of Austin's Force lineup at the moment. Like individual, maybe they are okay-ish player, maybe can we perform good together, but like they have to do a lot to be able to compete in Div 1.
Yeah, I agree.
With what I've seen, they will fall out of Div 1 definitely if they play it like today.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, TTW Zoran. I think he was the least impressive player of TTW.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to him. He used to be extremely good.
I mean, I definitely think he's A tier, don't get me wrong, right? But I still think he's the least impressive player of TTW. I think he's lowest A tier.
Yeah, probably. I think that's just like hitting it right on the mark
I mean,
for me.
doesn't he have a lot of experience in Div 1 and even other teams which compete
So
at a high level?
Soiren played at a decently high level. I
Yeah.
think he's been to EU Masters before.
My,
then-
Academos. He was at
he was even on
Academos.
Penta.
But then from what I noticed, he just dropped off a little bit.
Mm.
I don't think he's like that good anymore.
Yeah, I also don't think he's that
Yeah,
good. He was in
then
a lot
bottom
of
8
teams.
probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, even though he dropped a little bit, his knowledge will still be pretty good. Like, he's a veteran in pro play, seems. So he knows how to handle everything. He may be able to coordinate his team a little bit. I don't know.
Okay, talk Pesho. They won against
Yeah.
Eintracht and they won against.
Yeah, but he didn't play there,
But
right?
that's, to be honest, like, that's, in my opinion, that tournament, like, if 404 lost to Wacker, like, what is going on? Right?
Yeah. But
Oh,
Pesha
if
didn't
you wanna,
play today, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if you
he
wanna
did.
laugh, by
yeah.
the
But
way.
even though he didn't play, TOG won against SGE and against something, against which other? Austrian Force, right? So that sounds pretty good, pretty promising for TOG
I
in my
mean,
opinion.
like Austrian Force lost to their academy team. Like, you don't have to take them for
True.
standard at the tournament. Like, it's just no. Like, just no.
Okay, but Pesho.
Does he have any experience?
Yeah, I think in Portuguese scene.
No
Let me
major
see.
team. It seems.
Open Tour friends, Open Tour friends, Open Tour friends, EBO qualify. Okay, he has no experience.
So B tier.
I mean, he's a flip probably. Like, I would take him over Nox. But the thing is,
I think he's Nox with a better champion pool for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
around that. Yeah,
Well,
makes
that's
sense,
what it looks like at least. Like, I don't think I have seen him play that much. Might have met him before, but I think it's just like same level as Nox, but his
he
champion
played
pool
against
better.
Eintracht. He played against Eintracht. Okay.
Ah, he come back then. Later. I see.
No Astro
Yeah.
random or wheelchair tier. Lol. No, I wouldn't do something like that.
Wheelchair tier.
Nah, but Pesho is. I mean, we
I would
don't know how
say-
Pesho is because we didn't see him, right?
It's more of a question mark, but it looks like he would be like right above Nox.
Yes.
Mm.
And Nox is pretty good, to be honest, right? I mean, he's.
I mean, B tier's not bad. Like,
Yeah.
there are decent players in Div 1.
Yeah.
So the average.
I
let's say.
mean, besides Austrian Force and TRS.
Yeah, but I mean, most mid laners right now are decent mid laners because like mid lane's not like a standout role at the moment. But
Oh, don't tell
so
me.
yeah, being in B tier is like, pretty good.
I mean, you can ask Fabi what I have to play almost every single fucking game.
A Karma Lulu tier or what?
Disgusting.
Holy sh!
Okay,
That's
Lucchesi. No scrim leaks here, okay? We never talked about Karma and Lulu. I'm leaking scrims, shit.
Okay. I mean,
Mizzy,
yeah.
the fucking 2020 EU Masters
harder.
prodigy.
I mean, below Cayman or above Cayman? Or below air or above air? I wouldn't say above air. I would say
No,
air
no,
leads
not
the
at
tier
all.
list, right?
Yeah, for me, I would say above Cayman.
Where would you put X-Turk then? Because I think X-Turk is below Cayman. I mean, I don't know.
Oof, like Stilk, I would have to think about. Because last time I played against him, he was still on Existence, I think, or on E Monkeys.
On E-Monkeys is a pretty good team, to be honest.
No, like Stilk was on E Monkeys before, and I played against him a couple times, I think, in scrims. I think they were pretty decent, but that's been a while. That's like spring 2020. They were in LVP.
I mean, I definitely think we should get A tier full of mid laners because mid lane is not that impressive in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think for me, would you think X-Stilk is better than K-Min and Lucchesi? I mean, from his stats, it kind of looks like it, to be honest. Now that I
Yeah,
look
but he
at
was in 404. Like, the thing is, Cayman was in SGE and he was in 404. Like, Cayman was flipping like, not flipping, but he was playing melee champions all over the place. And Lucchesi and Xturk were spamming control mages and Seraphine.
Wait, no, Xtilk was like counterpicking a lot, right?
Really?
Yeah, he played a lot
I,
of
I
Exo.
actually think Lucchesi belongs below Cayman because he picked LeBlanc once, and in my opinion, suggest LeBlanc to a coach is troll.
Nah, dude, LeBlanc's nice.
I mean, he literally
you-
locked LeBlanc. They locked LeBlanc and Renekton in the same champion select.
You just have to say like, oh, I'm 100% sure that I'm better than the enemies, and then it's like, okay, play LeBlanc.
Against
Go ahead.
what did he play LeBlanc? I mean, she can't.
Oriana.
Burn. Okay, no, that's.
Oh, that's one of the more flippy ones.
Yeah.
I would
I
say
would put him
Xturk is
below.
above Cayman, right?
I would put him below, honestly.
Both below Cayman?
Oh, well, I thought we were talking about Luke. Never mind. Yeah, Luke is below Cayman, I would say.
And
Yeah, maybe
Xturk
Luke is
above
below
Cayman,
and then
right?
Xtilk above.
Yeah.
For Cayman, yeah, sorry.
Yes, leaked.
I think 404 is a pretty good roster at the moment, honestly.
I mean, if they don't end, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Pim!
Who?
he was in Turtle Esports. I know where he was. I've seen him play.
Turtle East.
Turtle Esports, guys. Turtle
And that-
Esports.
And that would be
Div 3. Div 3. And they managed to demote with Pim from Div
Oh,
2 to
God.
Div 3.
Yeah, straight up the.
Like, which D? Which D? Because
bottom
he's
D.
better than Purple.
Like, if you have played in Div 3 last split and you have demoted with the team and
No,
now
you have
play...
demoted from Div 2 to Div 3.
Oh, okay, I was
Yeah.
talking demoted from Div 3, then it's like just.
No, he
straight
was
up
in
new
playoffs
line.
of Div 3. He was in playoffs.
Okay, then it's. Middle D?
yeah, probably.
Trizzy.
But actually, what the fuck happened to Riverside? Like, their old roster was almost decent. Well, why the fuck did?
They were almost decent.
I mean, almost decent, and now it's like just a complete shitstorm. Like, what the fuck?
But what the hell is the My Insanity roster? They also have Nomi, who is a really good ADC as well. I mean, he's like low, like he's here, right? He's either here or here for me. Because Nomi was one of the best. I looked it up and I was seeing him play. And he has one of the best KDAs of Div 1. He has one of the best farm stats in Div 1. And he has one of the highest damage in Div 1.
That's quite a deadly combo, honestly.
While being in the 7th place team?
Yeah, they got 7th.
Yeah, and now they have Air and Kiln.
Wasn't he already in My Insanity roster last split?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he still had these 3 combos, right? Even though they were losing.
Yeah, I would say an A tier then.
Yeah, probably somewhere in A tier, but
Yeah, where?
I would say lower A tier because he's not explored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're the second lowest A tier, I would say. Yeah. Like you want him in your team, but he will not be the sole shining star.
Maybe
team,
not,
probably.
but we don't know, right? Like,
he has a potential. Like that's A tier
Yeah.
basically for me. Like he has a potential to shine, but mostly he's just consistently good.
What about Punchy?
I don't know about Rule's lineup. I wasn't really that big of a fan of their lineup at the moment, honestly.
I need to trade.
That
He was on 404
Yeah, last
for
split, right?
winter.
Oh, 2 splits.
Here it says only winter, and that he was not on
Okay.
there
Wasn't
after.
Oh, yeah, let me check out. I don't hear
He
them
was
in
only
last
on
split.
winter there, and he was in Silent
Yeah.
Gaming in summer.
Oh, my.
It's a Switzerlandish team.
Yeah, actually, I know Silent Gaming. I think I faced them actually, but I don't remember him playing there.
Yeah, so wait, he was on
He
He
was in
played
Pro Div.
second div last split. He played second div last split.
Yeah.
He was on Alpha 1.
Oh.
Well, I don't know how hard I can judge that, but Alpha 1 was pretty
No, he
bad
was
from
not
what I
second
heard.
split. He was in Div 3 and promoted.
No, he wasn't second div in spring. He was in the other group from me.
Oh really?
He was
Alpha
in
1?
2.1. Yeah, Alpha 1, as in Alpha 1.
Alpha 1. But they
Alpha 1, yeah.
demoted.
Uh,
Or like they made it to like to relegations.
Yeah, they
they
made
were
it to
sixth,
relegation.
so they should have been relegations, yeah.
But they lost the relegation. They like got down to Div 3.
Did
But
they
I
lose?
don't think he played
lost.
relegation.
I can check real quick. Hold on.
Because it doesn't show on.
I know they demoted. I know
Gamepedia.
that. They lost against Rue Sports in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
but this guy
and
should be
like,
hero here.
They
Like,
lost every
Pesho-
single game.
Yeah, I think he wasn't there for the game
Yeah,
against
he
Rue
didn't
Sports, but
play. No,
then
he
again,
didn't
like
play.
if you get sixth in arguably not the most stacked group in
Div 2.
second div, not to say mine was, but I think both groups weren't that stacked.
Yeah.
I think that's not the
Here?
best sign. But then again, I see 500 fucking players at
Yeah.
Alpha 1, so he might have not played every game, but like, so he hasn't played a full split since winter, and the split he did
Honestly,
play, his team got sixth in second div, so like I
would
would say bottom beater.
I would even say go one lower. Honestly, then.
Okay. I agree with you guys. I mean, I would say either here or here. But not too great, right? Like, I think who has the rule hype train? Why? Just because of Tamos or what?
I don't know.
Mistlick is solid. Mistlick is like upper B tier, I would say. But he isn't outstanding. What do you think?
I don't really know him. I don't think.
He played
Honestly,
Div 1 all the time.
I think you need quite a good ADC in the current meta. And I don't know if he's that good. You want him as the main carry in your team? Like, he's solid probably, but when it's an ADC meta, do you want him as your main carry?
Yeah, that's why I don't think he's A or S tier, right?
Yeah.
I mean, his KDA doesn't lie. For example, on Zaya, like,
Yeah, but
it's
Zaya.
pretty high.
Yeah, but everybody has a good
Then again, it's
KDA on
Zaya.
Zaya,
But
yeah.
I mean, he's like Zaya, Kai'Sa, Jhin. They're all like massive KDAs.
Well,
Then it
KDA
looks
doesn't
like
really
when
matter that much. Like, you have to watch
kind
in
of true because
contest.
you're playing an ADC, but
Exactly. Like, you can play
Yeah.
a fucking pussy mode and do 0 damage and have a good KDA. Like, you have to watch your damage output and your KDA together, in my opinion.
yeah, fair enough.
Think above Punchy, probably. The question is 1 or 2 above him.
I would say 2 above him. I don't think they are too bad, to be honest.
Like he was second in CS per minute, and he was third in KDA, and I can't see damage on this side, so.
You can. It's the 400 number or like the 300 number.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it just doesn't say, I think. As far as I
Let
know.
me check.
Don't have one. The only things above 100 I have is CS and gold per minute.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it looks. Then again, all the ADCs look kind of the same from last split, but
I mean, I would just put them in here. Because
Yeah.
they didn't too
top of B
too
tier
bad.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Check Fighter. We don't know anything about them.
Well, it's CG. I can see how they performed.
Wait, Check Fighter was on CBI, right? And on Inside Games? Yeah, that's that guy.
That's where I would put him, but we can discuss.
I'm just gonna check how he did on those teams, because I kinda know where they played. Okay, so he played GLL, which is Greek League, and they got 8th.
Which is really bad.
Which is, but he did have the actual Zongo Dozo on top lane. So, I have to give him kind of a pass on that one, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't look extremely good.
Like, I've just seen like he faced Rule today, and they won Kobana, but he was like Wayne 1-1-4 in a 36-minute game,
Okay,
and
yeah,
he got
that's not-
outdamaged by Oriana, outdamaged by his Xing Zhao, and outdamaged by his top lane Zilas.
Okay, but what
Like,
did
his
he
top
play
lane Zilas did
against?
double. He played Vayne against Rumble, Gnar, Jace, Varus, Braum.
Yeah, okay, but what does he do against Braum, Varus, and Jace?
But not like getting double out damage from your Sylas top lane when your team is hard
I mean,
snowballing.
the thing is, you should just not pick Vayne.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I mean, he has as much CS as his mid laner, while his mid laner did more damage than
Is it
him, can high KP, everything.
is it worse than Punchy or is it better than Punchy?
Probably be better.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. I
Probably
think he's
slightly
here.
better. He looks like a low
Yeah.
tier like ERL player for Greece and stuff. So
Yeah.
He will not carry your games, but he will not run it down. He will be decent. So
Okay.
D tier makes sense.
Oh, so is it C tier or is it D tier?
For worst?
Yes.
he's
Wait, he's actually good.
wait, hold up. You're saying D tier is somewhere in the 600 LP? Well, he doesn't ADC. Oh, he was on EGN?
He's actually good. What?
Wait a second.
He played with air, so he has to be
Yeah,
good.
I played against him. I think I played against EGN in scrims. I think he's pretty good.
Seriously, I have no fucking idea what happened today in the tournament. I think he's on the better part from Awesome 4.
I mean, they got first in the grand final of LP LoL last split.
I think I would do.
Oh, he was on that roster that went to EU Masters as well.
I think I would
Yeah,
put.
yeah.
I think I would put Punchy one down, and I would put worst in there, or worst over
No,
check
I
fighter.
think I think I would put worst above Misclick.
Really?
Personally.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I
that
think
makes
so.
sense actually. I mean, I don't know. I think those three are really on similar level. Maybe actually Mistlick is better because I didn't see that much games from him. I just think, I don't know.
Honestly, I think in my opinion, like put Misclick one above and then ZG one above, or put Verse there, like probably
Okay, yeah.
around there.
I mean, I would agree with this one actually.
Yeah, and now the question is, do you put Peter one up or
No, not against an ADC that went to EU Masters, right? That was also the argument for the Sky being up there, right? So.
Well, in my opinion, like he's one of the best players in Austin Force at the moment, like definitely.
I mean, yeah, he is still the best player in Austrian
But
Force.
he probably gets held back in his
It's
team.
it's a staircase. Now we have to put electric shoe up here.
Oh no, not electric. Like seriously?
But Raven K. Okay, Raven K.
Yeah, we're gonna come to that. I have a story to electric. It's quite sad.
Yeah, we're gonna come
How
to
was
that.
Raven K last split?
He got first place. Of everything. Like, I think highest.
Oh, yeah, right. He was on TTW, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he was also very good. Like, their bot lane was very good. Mirai and their bot lane, right?
Yeah, I would maybe think.
Guck mal in
Maybe
Austrian
above
Force
Nomi
stream
for
rein.
you,
I
or
should look into
below?
Austrian Force stream, wait.
TTV versus Chile.
Yeah,
It's
Raven
playing
K.
fair. Disgusting.
Okay, now I will try. Best name. I love the name of Mirai.
Okay, now I try.
Yeah, but he
Honestly,
is carrying
like-
this game, seriously.
Yeah.
And he's in the higher bracket, no? Chili Mountain and TTW are in the higher bracket.
Like, I know Deletus. Like, in my opinion, Deletus is an absolutely insane jungler. Like, honestly, it's a bit sad to see him being 4 or 5 here on a carry jungler. Like, I think Deletus.
I mean, it's against
easily,
Mirai, right? We put Mirai in S tier of Div 1.
yeah. I mean, he performed good then, I guess, but like Deletus is definitely a Div 1 jungler in my opinion, and not Div 2.
Look at Lucian item build. Can I tap out?
Can we please close
Yeah.
that now that I see the Lucian build? Get me the fuck out.
So,
A tier? Or even S tier?
I think highest A tier.
Yeah.
Highest A
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
He has to still convince us.
He has to convince us. He has to get first again.
Okay, I shall say from Michigu that he wants Avra in S tier, but I won't do that. I won't do that. I mean, Avra is not S tier, right? He's a flip, right? He is new to the scene, right? Or isn't he? Hello?
Think so. I'm not sure.
He doesn't have previous teams. No.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't have to say that he's new, but he played in minor teams probably, so he's
Yeah.
probably new to the higher ups, yeah.
But where would we put him?
Hmm.
Like, Pesho is really low for the fact that he is high elo, but like never really
tier.
played, right?
Not,
Yeah,
not
but
higher than B tier,
the thing is,
definitely.
who put we out of tier? Who do we put out of tier? B tier. I would just make a break between worst and
I mean-
check fighter.
This guy is just like a solo queue player now.
Avra.
Yeah. As in, like, I don't see him have any experience and he's just pretty high in solo queue.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
Pesho.
he has no experience. He has none. Hmm.
Yeah, it's kinda...
I mean, but like Michigu is pretty good, right? And he said Avra is doing fine in lane. Avra actually outperformed Michigu in some tryouts, as far as I know. So
I mean, for me, just looking at, okay, he has some elo, doesn't really have that much experience, I would look towards, like, putting him below worst for sure.
yes.
Yeah,
Would
that
I
for
put him
sure.
below check feeder?
So you
I will
would
put
do Punchy one down,
and then, yeah, then Avra there, probably.
Yeah.
just because we can't really say, right?
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's really hard to tell. Like, you can be 600 LP and you can come into comp for first time and stomp, or you can be 600 LP, come into comp for first time and get stomped by D1s. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it
never
could
know.
be like, for example, like there are mid laners that just spam Kiana and Kassadin, then come into comp and then can't play the game really because a D1 mid laner that knows how to play the game outperforms
Yeah.
them. I mean, and Riku is also D1, right? So
Is
I
he
think
now?
in
Yeah.
like for AD carry, honestly, like solo queue is not that far off from competitive. Like for example, let's say jungler or mid lane, like those two roles are so fucking flipping solo queue, and you have to play
Yeah, I mean,
completely
I do
different
think
competitive.
because I know a couple ADCs that just play one champ that is meta for like 200 games and they hit challenger. So I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that these guys did that, of course, but I do know that like, if you get really good at one thing at ADC, then usually you can get really high.
okay, so
Yeah.
now we have Reptile, right? And I see Reptile as a pretty good ADC. I would say he's over Nomi but below Ravenclaw. Because Nomi still has to prove himself, right? And Reptile doesn't. Reptile showed that he's really good in the splits, in last split, right? They made third place, so yeah.
The question is, how good is Riku? I think he's pretty good, right?
I mean, I think Riku is the best ADC that we're looking at. Right?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like,
I think he's
question
as
would
good
be
as
then.
Air, right? Like Riku seems to me like a very similar player to Air. Always consistent, always fine, and
Yeah.
you know.
Then put Reptile below Raven and Riku then S tier, bottom S tier probably.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know them well enough. So
Okay.
I think yeah, going below Raven K would be fine. Do you think he's better than Nomi? Well, I mean, you've seen him play, of course.
The
so
thing
he might
is-
just be.
The thing is, like, I don't like the thing is why I don't put Nomi over Reptile is because Nomi was bad in last split, right? And he still has to prove himself. And he is.
All right. Yeah.
The thing is, Reptile has proven himself as the thing that Nomi, like, when Nomi was on a good team, he would have probably performed as good as Reptile. But we don't know it, right?
Yeah, it's like the unknown.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Riku S tier, I fully agree. I think
Yeah.
he's really fucking good.
Okay. So, Kozian. I mean, Cozy was on the team I previously coached, so I shouldn't say a lot against him.
Can I find him somewhere?
He's
I'm
in.
struggling.
He's cozy. He's cozy. Oh wait, what?
I can't find him on low pros.
I don't think he
Which
has a lot
is
of pros.
Strange.
Check Demise. No, he has no LoL pros. He still doesn't.
You're supposed to like automatically almost get one when you play. You don't
UKLC?
have to ask for one anymore, no? Well, I don't know about UKLC, but I do know like if you're in. Well, he only played UKLC actually. I don't know if you. I think UKLC you get one, yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm not
usually you
sure.
do get one, but he didn't.
Usually
Like,
second that you get one, but
I
anyways.
would rate him here. I think he's as good as Juvis. Question is,
Yet for me it's really hard to even judge him. So because I only see 8th in UKLC and didn't get through
actually,
relegation.
yeah,
so it
I
sounds
mean,
not
actually,
too good.
I would say he's lower C tier.
Yeah, I would
Unless
say
he's
lower C tier.
the thing is, he was the best player in
Okay.
Demise, right? But I would still say he's lower C tier. I still wouldn't put him high up.
Fair enough. Yeah. I saw the
Especially
name and I
now
was immediately
when-
like, well, I have to look that one up.
I mean,
I think like normally in competitive, like support can get a little bit of backseat gaming, and when they underperform, it's not that hard. But at the moment, support has to perform decently.
yeah,
Honestly, like it's more important
I agree.
in a lot of metas.
Okay, Flay. Flay is not PlayStation, right? Because PlayStation is in NLC at the moment.
Yeah, PlayStation is the Danish guy and Flay
He's
is
in
the German
Riddle,
guy.
yes. They just lose every single game because they have PlayStation. What do I know, right? So it's my Insanity Flame. It's
Does
this
he
year.
have previous experience?
No.
I think he played somewhere, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna
He
be
played
able to
third
find it
div.
because I type in Flay, then I get Flay Jin and PlayStation and Flay Esports. So
Thing is,
I-
I've seen him in tryouts, and yet he was fair. Like not in the tryouts that I was coaching in, but he was fair. Like he was decent. He was like,
I've seen him somewhere as well, but I can't remember where.
I would put him in here because he's still undiscovered, right?
Yeah.
Like just
On the
like the
bottom
others, right?
peak,
Pesher is undiscovered, Avra is undiscovered.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
So I mean, he's a pretty good solo queue player, but very undiscovered. But like the roster of My Insanity looks pretty stacked, to be honest, and pretty underrated in my opinion. But yeah, Tensor is Div 3 player. Can we just get him out of the way?
He was on ECF in my group, I think. Right? Am I
Oh
am I
really?
correct
Was he?
in saying that?
Yeah, true.
I think he was on like the ECF team in my div. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. No, I
Sorry.
think that bot lane was not the most impressive. Wait, let me check.
I agree. Yeah, it was.
They
I
had
know the bot
Ipa
lane.
in jungle.
Yeah, Ipa was the reason why they actually won a lot of
Where
games.
they had Zion and Tensor, and they had Broken Soul mid. Yeah, no, that was that was not that bot lane was nothing.
And I think
he should
Cozy's
be
better.
Lowest C tier or D tier.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's better. He's less good than Cozy, to be honest. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he dropped from Div 2 to Div 3, right? And we played a lot of scrims against Div 2 teams, and we always hard stomped them. So I think.
Oh no, they did retain. They did stay in second div.
Yeah. But like from in Demise, we played a lot of scrims against Div 2 teams, right? And
Oh, in that case, yeah.
yeah, and we were fine, right? We were always actually winning. Like we never had a pretty hard loss against Div 2 teams. So yeah. Next one, Heimdall. Okay, but Heimdall.
Der Vulture.
Is it SG? Is it B tier SGE? I would say Mistlick
Kind
and
of getting meta, but
Mistlick and Heimdall are so similar. I think he
I mean,
should
they,
be a
they,
bit
they, they
above.
did do pretty well, but it wasn't because of the bot lane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like somewhere in B tier.
Yeah.
I don't know
Upper
if I
middle.
would put him upper middle, yeah.
One below, I would say.
Really? Okay. He has a lot of experience, as far as I know, right?
Yeah, he was behind Seas on that insane Penta roster.
True. Okay, Neo. Think he's the best player out of Kavana, right? Or like the second best player? Or what do you think?
Could be, yeah. He looks pretty good.
They are also all B tier.
It's the meta is developing.
The meta is developing too.
Um, Neo. Why do I remember him? Because he was on.
I mean, he's either lowest A tier or highest B tier.
Oh, he was on the Austrian Force A1 roster. That's what I remember him from then. Pretty sure he wasn't on the team that played second div, no? Or was he?
No idea.
No, that was someone else. That was Cognac Papi. Yes. I don't really have any info on this guy. I mean, he was on CG last split as well, so
I would put
probably
him.
look
I would
pretty
put him
good.
either
Yeah,
here
no.
or there.
Lowest A tier, top of B tier, probably then. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's for me. That's just looking at like previous performances, I guess.
Think he's a bit better than Alka, but it's not enough for A tier. Does that make sense?
Okay, now we come to Electric. Oh god, that
Okay,
guy.
the story. I want to hear it.
Okay.
It's Austrian
Well,
Force, so it can be a good story.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck. Like I was tryouting for a team. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say which team I've tried out for. And we had a guy on support and didn't really check our team's OPGG. And we played and we lost 2 games. And then after we lost, like I watched our OPGG and I guessed our support to be like around Diamond 2. Like he didn't really talk that much. He was out of position a lot of times. His ward were a bit questionable. Like he was okay-ish, but not really good. And then I fucking seen that he's challenger, and now he's in a fucking Div 1 team, and the team I've tried up for is around like no, like just no, like that guy plays like diamond, high diamond, like seriously, like no fucking idea how he got challenger.
Did
Like
he
no idea.
abuse any enchanter? Let's see.
I have no idea, but I was so
He abused.
confused when I
I
first seen
mean,
it.
I mean,
Thresh abuser.
Thresh
Max
abuser.
Oh, Max
I was-
W, Max W.
But I still
So
think
goddamn
he's.
confused.
I still think he's over cozy.
No, like bottom C, middle bottom C, like please, for the love of God,
Oh,
like
yikes! What the fuck?
he literally looked so
I
bad.
don't know, man.
Okay, I will do you a favor, okay?
Yeah.
Nymea,
like,
please don't kill me for this tier list, please.
I mean, you
Alright,
can't even
man.
put him one up. Like, I was so mad when I saw that. I wanted to do a Twitter post, and the manager of the team said, like, no, please do not. I was like, okay, and then I deleted the tweet.
Yikes.
Like, I'm not a really person to complain about players, but I was like, he doesn't belong in challenge. Like, seriously.
True.
And he doesn't belong in a Div 1 team. What I've seen, like, no, just no.
Okay, Highway, Starscream, Nash. Highway.
No highway. To be
By the
honest.
way, we have no support above B tier so far.
I mean,
you
it
know-
makes sense, right? Like those four,
Yeah.
those four supports are probably the best of the league, right? As well.
Yeah.
I think Highway is on the same level as Raven K. They don't give each other much, to be honest.
Alright.
I will take it by your word then.
Yeah, same. I have no clue on this guy, so.
Yeah, usually supports don't show that much, right? Starscream is probably the worst out of those four. So I would put him like here or here. And Nash, is Nash better than Highway or is Nash worse than Highway?
Was Starscream good last split?
Yes, he was one of the best supports in
Alright.
the league. Oh, oops.
And that's with crossover on ADC, so.
Yeah.
I mean, Nash is. Who again? Is that
Nash
Dr.
is the-
Nash?
Yeah, it's Dr. Nash.
Oh. Was he already in first of last split? I have not been paying
Yes,
that much attention.
he has made third place last split in the
And
Division 1.
was he good or?
He showed, I think, like a lot of champions as well. He showed like 12
Oh.
champions, or I don't know. Like he showed a lot of different champions. He played Pike, and he actually played well.
Yeah, I know him as like a Pike player from solo queue, like from a while back. But yeah, he played 9 champions. Oh, not bad. I mean, I would say then just for me it would be going about how they performed in earlier splits. So like if we're saying Highway is like one
He
of the
also
better
was in
ones.
Domino, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's been a while. I mean, they're below Highway for sure. And then it's like, do you put Nash higher or do you put Starscream higher? I don't know who was better last split, I would say.
I would definitely say Nash higher.
Alright.
Since I'm not
then
on the
that's
Flamer hype,
quite
to be
easy,
honest.
no?
Yeah. I'll do this. This. That's my second suggestion, yes. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks decent.
I mean,
now it's Bravado time.
Bravado 1 NLC. How is this guy not S plus tier?
Well, you know what the problem is.
And he didn't make relegation. Listen. He didn't make relegations with Charlie Ore on ADC.
Yeah, but Ore is back in Benelux now. So
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
he plays with Chaos. Chaos is also crazy.
It's like, but if you're in Benelux, then
I mean, Chaos is over all of those as well, right?
I mean, Brodo is fucking stacked if you see what teams he played in. Like that's.
yeah. But then again, I feel like was he the reason that, for example, Fnatic Ryzen won everything?
No, but he was definitely a reason.
Yeah.
Well, when he was on Derek, he was. But
nah, but come on, like Bravado is definitely crazy. Come on.
He's definitely S tier, but I don't think he. Do you think he's S plus?
Yes.
Honestly, I will put him S plus. Like after seeing at least the history.
He won NLC.
Like.
I mean, yes, but then again.
Probably, like on paper at least, looks as the best player currently in Div 1 Primeleague. Like hands down. On paper.
I would say so actually.
I mean, wait, let's see Bravado's lineup last split, right? Oh.
Yeah, he had Apples, Saju, Gekt, or
Okay, so who did he have last?
Gaia was a qualifier run. Riddle was the NLC split. So he had Aura on ADC, Apples on mid, Gekt on top, and then they had Saju in jungle at first, and then Saju was traded
for Puffkin. Okay,
I
so
think he was traded.
Okay, so who did they have again?
the guys, the lowest 6 guys were the roster.
Yeah, but like this is not good, right?
I mean, no, it's not an NLC level roster IMO. So I would assume they would do.
I mean, he played with Xmeti. Come on.
The problem.
He won NLC with X. Okay, well, Xmeti also won.
Xmeti's fucking faker.
I mean,
Meti is insane.
I mean, if you look at BTX's roster of that split, right?
Honestly, like the only question I have is like, how can you fucking go from Fnatic Rising to
Div 1?
Div 1 team? Yeah.
Because of maybe the budget of the Div 1 team?
Because Fnatic Rising didn't. Well, the thing, he was out of Fnatic Rising, I think, because they were pretty sure, like, okay, we're not going to be having him in actual Fnatic. And
I mean, yeah, of course, but like,
I think they were like, he's not going to grow much further. Then he went to Riddle, but Riddle had like a thrown together roster, so they didn't do so well.
I don't expect you from Fnatic Rising to go to Fnatic LEC, like, of course, but like, Pro Div Primeleague should be the next step, right? So instead of going up, he went down on the ladder a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah. Split NLC.
Holy shit.
And then, yeah, he did. I mean, I don't think it's really smart that he played a qualifier tournament during off season, because that's just it's like you're not committed to anything, no. But yeah, that's just me. But then 404 just has, I think, from what I heard, they just have too much money. So I
Okay.
guess that's why he ended up there.
Okay, so we have Bravado in S plus.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, can you rate this guy somewhere else?
I mean,
I mean,
Seriously,
probably not. Probably not.
yeah.
like,
I think only if somehow, why ever, an LEC player will come to Div 1, you would have to put Bravado down because that deserves S+. But like with that roster, like if someone deserves S+, it's probably Bravado.
yeah, I guess so too. Okay, I do this another color. This is too blue.
You want to get teams just like the average of the players, or
Nah, I want
like
it.
where the players
Coaching
base, or
with
like
perform.
how good are they as a team?
How good are they based on coaching and based on the team?
Yeah, because I would say that CG gets boosted quite a bit by
By
how good their
coaching?
coaches are.
Yeah, same.
Like if it works out, because I've worked with both those coaches, and I think split this. The question is like, does the team fit his coaching style? But if they do, he will improve them like a fuck ton.
Yeah, I've also heard that split this is crazy.
And then Yogono is like very good at the whole like mentality aspect, the team bonding aspect. So they feel each other pretty good, you know. Like they add on to it. They add on to each other really well. 10th place. I wonder. I really wonder.
Yeah, the question is it Austrian Force or is it TRS?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like it's a contested pick, honestly.
Yeah.
It's pretty it's either Austrian Force or Riverside.
I mean, but Austrian Force has worst, and they have Nox. At
Yeah.
least.
yeah, I think if you put Austrian Force against TRS, then Austrian Force will win.
Probably. Well, I don't know. It will be a close match.
I would put Austrian Force at 9 and then
Yeah.
TRS at 10 personally.
Yeah.
And this is like maybe you have another rating here, okay? And this is the place where we could do another rating, okay? The flip rating. We call it the flip rating. If you have any, crazy things that how the split might turn out, then
There's definitely a flip rating. Don't worry.
Okay, so the flip rating is Riverside first place, right?
No. I mean, it still has to be somewhere smart, okay? Okay, 8th place, right? 8th place is actually pretty contested, right?
Yeah, 8th place.
For me, it's Rule.
I think
Yeah,
we're looking Rule and
I don't know.
TOG.
I mean, if we go with the rule hype, we have to put TOG on 8th place, in my opinion. If we go without the rule hype,
I will do so. Honestly, make TOG 8 because I think
Yeah.
I mean, I trialed it for TOG when Osiris was the coach, like coaching me, and he went to Div 1 coach immediately, and I think it's pretty good, but like it's a really big step up to coach Div 1 now and with roster and
Yeah.
everything, and I'm
I
not
mean,
sure if they're already ready for it.
I mean, he was coaching at 2017, or 2018. He was coaching against Gamer Legion and etc. Right? He was coaching
Yeah.
the ESG,
What I
the
wanted to say is like
Meisterschaft.
I think they're pretty good, but it's like they were not really prepared to play Div 1. Like
Yeah.
they just DM'd me like quite late on and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. We would love to try out you more, and we liked you and everything, but unfortunately they're gonna play Div 1 now, blah blah, and they need to get the roster right up. So their time was limited, and they don't really have that much experience in Div 1. So I think 8th place makes more sense.
Yeah, talk 8 and then 7th rule
Yeah.
would be my shout.
Oh my god, we are putting TOG on 8th place. That's not possible, guys. Come on.
I think they can perform, like they can go top 5, top 6, but it will be hard. Like it's.
I think
What
it will
about
be really hard.
SGE and Kovana, actually? Do you think they are locked 5th and 6th?
I think Kawana is 6th.
I think, let me see, like, because then Koano would be below My Insanity, TTW, Flane, and 404.
Yes, exactly. Those 4 are for me, those are the top 4 contenders.
Yeah, definitely.
But My Insanity is more of a flip, right? Like.
Yeah, my insanity. I'm like, when I look at the roster, I think like Chilm is pretty fucking good.
Air is
Mid is
also
really
fucking
good.
good, yeah.
ADC is really good. Like those three should be able to already like set them up for success. Like because top and support aren't the most relevant roles right now.
I mean, they have Testo, right? But I think they can put Testo on a carry with this lineup and still be fine, right?
Like honestly, I think from 9th place around 4th place, everything can happen between those. Like,
I mean,
in
it
my
is pretty
opinion.
close, but I would
Mm,
personally like I would say talk into
yeah,
rule is pretty like if you had to put money on it, you're like 8th place Timor's
yeah.
Gaming, 7th place rule.
I mean, they still have to prove themselves.
Yeah, like they could be better, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you're
definitely.
if you have to bet on it, I would say
Yeah.
don't bet on them.
I mean, the thing is, when like my insanity is also kind like we flip my insanity kind of because everybody else is saying that like Endel is saying that they are like not that high up, but we are saying that they are high up, right? Right? At
I
least,
don't know.
in my opinion, they should be high up. They have Keelm and they have Air. Like, there's no way they underperform, in my opinion. Air can even perform on a like bad coached team, in my opinion.
Like Mainz and this performance are not really that consistent. Like they vary quite a lot each split, in my opinion, so it's a bit hard.
I mean, they were pro diff, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like they went from pro div to what is 6th place last split? Div 1? Lower? I don't know. What?
The thing is, if the
No,
My
not
Insanity
no.
roster performs, right? If Flay gets on point and if Testo flips the right coin, I think they can contest every team, right?
Yeah.
So I mean I think sixth place and fifth place should go to SGE and Kovana, right?
Yeah,
But
probably.
how
I
like
would put
which row?
Kawana above. Honestly, I
Yes,
would
same.
Kawana put 5.
Yeah, I think Goana is like 5th for sure
Yeah.
because like even though players might not be the highest right now, I think coaching wise they're gonna improve quite a lot from that.
But I will put my Insanity then on 4th, honestly, in my opinion.
I would put Flane on fourth.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think it's hard to judge for me. I think Flane has some better players, but in less important roles, if that makes sense.
I feel like
Mm,
the thing is I think Flane always struggled with team stuff. I think their individual players were always good, but team wise they struggled, right? At least this split a lot. Does it make sense?
yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm fine with putting 4th place to Flame and 3 to my Insanity, I guess. I think it's gonna be close
I
between
mean,
them.
this is not the flip rating, so I would say my insanity should go here, right? How do you type my insanity?
Like you said, I think. Like my from English and then just insane and
Okay, I'm
like
just gonna
insanity.
type it like this.
Yeah, yeah.
um, and Flane, obviously. And then who is gonna be first
Mm.
place? I mean, I think it's 404. They have Bravado.
Yeah, I want to say
I
404.
think 404 is just too stacked, yeah.
And
I
TTW.
think they even gonna go to Pro Div, I think, this split.
I mean, it can't be this split, right? Because they always play promotion after third split, right?
Yeah. It's
Ah,
like
okay.
you earn points and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
based
my
on that
bad.
they're seeding you
True,
to the tournament, I guess.
true.
Okay, flip rating. Okay. I
I think
mean,
even in the flip rating, like 404 has to be number 1. Like, there's no way. My opinion.
but I think there is a way how my insanity grabs second place.
Yeah, but I think like just go from the top to bottom. Like, is there a way that 404 is not gonna smurf on everyone below them? And I don't think there's a chance.
Yeah, true. But I still think my Insanity should be second.
Yeah. We can do that on the flip, I guess.
And then third place Titi, or Titi Wilhelm, right?
Hmm.
Or what do you think, Seam?
I mean, if I'm going flip, then I'm saying TTW collapses and they go 5th.
Oh god.
And then you get, and if I'm going real flip, I say Koana, purely on team play, might get 3rd. But
Okay, but who is fourth?
Really putting myself out there.
Who is fourth?
Flame then probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Flame with the consistent fourth or third place.
I will put TOG now on 6th, honestly.
Do you think? Okay. I mean, I agree, but what is your reasoning for it?
I think like they're still pretty good and they have a lot of room to prove themselves, but it's like they have not proven themselves yet, so it's probably more consistent to put them lower. But they have the chance, and when it's a flip, they can prove themselves, in my opinion.
Especially if if mid bot work out really well for TOG, I think they can do pretty good.
I agree.
Like they have a lot of inexperienced players, but inexperience doesn't really mean bad.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're really good, but they haven't really shown themselves yet.
What about Team Riverside 7th place? Okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding at this point. I'm kidding.
Riverside Poggers.
They are just locked into like last places.
Rule, maybe? No, Rule is already on 7 on the other side. So SGE Rule, I guess?
I would say so too.
Or, yeah.
Okay. Are you fine with this tier list, guys?
Yeah, looks pretty decent, no?
True.
Honestly, the only thing I will do, like on support on C tier, put maybe everyone a little bit up. Like, I think the Flame will be quite big because it's still a challenger on bottom C. I think he deserves bottom C, in my opinion. But yeah, I will say that. If you guys agree.
I mean, the Flame will be high anyways, right? But it's gonna be a fucking banger because we are probably the only ones that not set Flamer as the best player in Div 1.
I mean, you can't put him above Bravado, can
It
you?
isn't possible, right? But there are people doing it. But in general, what do you think? Like, do you think we should change something on the, like, here in the tier, you know?
Not for me personally, no.
Pretty consistent.
What about music? A Batire, maybe?
I guess you
I don't think so.
No, it's too close.
I mean, I think those three are just by far on the top, right? And then there comes long gap, right?
It just looks kind of sad with the tier us, 3 people in D tier, honestly. But I mean, it is what it is.
Four people in D tier.
4? Am I blind? 1,
yes.
2, 3.
Purple.
Oh, but there's still 3 then. Where's the 4th?
Elazon, Flico, Pim.
Isn't Elysium the Epic Astron Force?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, Team Riverside has 3 players.
Team Riverside. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
like.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm gonna ask myself is like, it will be a close match between Ocean Force and Team Riverside, probably. And like, Team Riverside has 3 players in D tier, but meanwhile, Ocean Force is 1.
What do you think? 65 minutes game?
I don't know.
Because they don't know how to close the game?
I guess it's just gonna be a flip, like, it's gonna be super one-sided. They're just gonna flip a coin, and wherever it lands, I don't know.
Do you think? Wait, how can I do the? Like, can I do somehow the lines between the tiers bigger? Do you know that?
Probably.
Thicker?
Yeah.
The top bar.
Oh yeah, you can do that. It's like the thing next to the fail collar.
You know what? I'm giving you some stuff.
Oh, you have it right there, like where you put the color to.
Don't worry, don't worry.
I guess.
Wait, where are you? Okay, here. And here. So you can help me make it a bit cleaner so we can post it on Twitter and get our blame.
Well, no, I fucked it up. Right.
You can just go back. Why don't you?
Yeah, I did. I wanted to mark. You mean like that?
Yes.
I think that looks prettier now.
Yes, I think so too.
Here then. Here too.
Oha, setz Pim bitte at least auf C-Tier. He my best friend, you can't place him D-Tier. I mean, he is D-Tier.
I would actually do it like this.
I mean, he is D-Tier, but please place him the C-Tier. I'm sorry, I can't. Wait.
Wait. Give it a second. It's gonna look pretty as fuck.
Ah, yeah. That makes sense. I know what he wants to do.
Ah, yeah, true. And now
now the tiers. I would also do the tiers. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks better.
Like this, I would say. Looks pretty dank.
Okay, guys, but tomorrow there's the first game. Do we watch it together?
Oof, see if we're wrong.
See if we are right.
Who's gonna play tomorrow?
TOG versus Multigaming.
Oh god, they're gonna be a stump, I think.
Yeah, for TOG actually, because Multigaming didn't look that great at the tournament. That's on Monday? On Monday, I mean. I'm sorry, on Monday.
Yeah, which time?
At 90 CST, when we are scrimming.
Yeah, I want to say, you know we have scrim there.
Yeah, I mean, we will watch afterwards, okay? We will watch afterwards.
Okay, now I have an excuse. When I underperform, I was just looking to scream on the second monitor.
Yeah, it happens. What can you do, right?
Uh,
Okay, can I screenshot it? Do all of your fingers out of there?
Yeah.
Okay, I will screenshot it. Ah, wait, Starscream has no tech.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's more consistent than a lot of tier lists, honestly.
Okay, Div 1 tier list completed. Okay, let's see how much. I mean, Talk is either at 8th place, at 7th place, or at 6th place. That's what we said. I mean,
yeah.
Only from theory, right? Obviously, everything can be upsetting, but we don't know, right?
I think they can sustain themselves in different.
100%.
But they will not pop off.
It's 6 p.m. on Monday. 6 p.m. Oh no, that means we are playing 2 scrim games before we can actually watch. But yeah. Scrim leagues, we are playing against a very good team. I don't even know if we don't even have a scrim yet, but we are playing against a very good team.
You always know, right?
Yeah, I always know.
I mean, you can ride Infernal Void again, and they're gonna do some flippy shit again.
They played, yeah. I mean, we should have posted that scrim and just.
Yeah.
Seriously, like there was seriously there was the worst scrim that I've ever seen. Like nobody played for improvement or anything. I mean, it's your old orc, right? I'm sorry, Sim.
Oh,
but yeah.
Don't be sorry. I mean, there's a reason we all left, no?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, from what I heard, it wasn't. They struggled to get some players into their org this off season.
But yeah, okay. Thanks for making the tier list with me. I need to coach on now.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I need to play CS:GO.
Perfect. Well, let's see. Wait, I will tag you on the tier list.
Good idea. That we all get flamed.
Yes, at Thinesh. At Asim.
Yeah, Seam lol or whatever. I think it's Seam lol.
I miss.
SEEM.
Yeah, I mistyped. Yeah, I followed you, so it's fine. How is Punchy C tier? It's easy. He's just C tier. Okay. I will stop also the recording now. Thank you for watching my tier list of Div 1. I hope we are the closest to what actually will be happening. So yeah. Bye bye.